Hi everybody. It's Friday today. I know that's a little weird because I usually upload stuff on Mondays. But I wanted to start a new thing that I'm going to call Flash Book Friday. Kind of a play on words of flashback and books that are not new, at least. Yeah. Basically, I'm going to be reviewing or recommending or generally discussing books that are classics or otherwise well-known pieces of literature, I guess. Anything that it hasn't been written. It's not a newer book. It's going to be a little different than my normal book reviews, which those will most likely be books that I just read and then review right away. A lot of these will probably be books that I've read in the past or are really classic pieces of literature that I've decided to finally get around to reading. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about Anne of Green Gables. Very iconic figure, probably heard of this book before. I read this probably for the first time. I don't even remember. It's been so long. It might have even been that my mom read it to me as a bedtime story, as when I was a kid. That's how long ago it was that I first read this book. Most recently would probably be about a year ago when I last read this. But it's one of my favorite books. I finally got my own copy of it from a kind of a secondhand bookstore type thing. This is my favorite cover. It has Megan Follows on it. It's she portrayed Anne in the adaptation, the PBS television series or something like that. Yeah, I really like this version. I mean, it's the same words, but just the setup of the book, the feel, the size of it. It smells like an old book because it is. Yeah. So a little bit about the book. Anne is an orphan living in Canada, which the first time I read that, I don't think I knew. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't figure that out until a couple years ago, probably, when I reread it after having not read it for a really long time. She's an orphan girl who gets sent to help this family, a brother and sister, older couple, not really a couple, but they live together, who need help around their farm. They wanted an orphan boy, they got Anne instead. And so it's about her life with them, her being allowed to stay with them and figure out how to become a person that no longer lives in an orphanage and how to be her own human being. And Anne is a very spirited, red-headed girl. She's 11 years old, I think, at the beginning of this book. And she gets into a lot of scrapes and does a lot of fun things. I really recommend this book to anybody, honestly, who would be interested in it, thinks it sounds like an interesting story, who has heard anything about it, who hasn't heard anything about it, especially for young girls. I think probably an 11-year-old could handle the content. I am not sure on the reading level of the book, honestly. I should probably look these things up before I do this again next time, but yeah, I don't honestly remember the first time I read it, and so I can't really say this is a good reading level. It's a fairly easy read, I think. It's not too bad. It's like 300 pages long. It's very fun book. Has good lessons in it, has good pieces of advice. It's a really fun book, and it's a really lovable character. And I just wanted to, yeah, put that out there and start a segment where I might be, every once in a while on Friday, do a little book recommendation of something that's not that I just read or not that I just heard about, but is something that's been around for quite a while. So there you have it. Go check out Anne of Green Gables. It's a great book if you haven't read it. If you have, read it again because it's a wonderful story. Okay, thanks. Bye.